Hey everybody, Debbie Starr here. I got a question recently about how do you keep track of all of the trainings that you sign up for? Now, raise your hand if this is you. You see all of these awesome freebies out there. Click this, get this little mini course, click this, and get the spreadsheet. And here's the training. Our inboxes are overflowing. Our hard drives are overflowing. And there's probably a lot of good stuff out there, but how do you keep track of it? And more importantly, how do you even like schedule time so that you can take these trainings and implement them? Well, I love spreadsheets, and I have a couple spreadsheets that I want to share with you. And the one that we're looking at, I've just called it Course Tracker. And I want to show you how simple it is to keep track of your training, but also to hold yourself accountable of how you're going to implement it. In the spreadsheet, there's also another tab. I call it the parking lot, so you never forget. Here's part of the problem. We see everything and we try to grab everything. There was a great analogy that I heard, and let me just see if I can hold on a second. Let me come and talk to you face to face here. This analogy that I heard was the monkey and the jar. Let me know if you've heard that analogy. But they were trying to catch this monkey that, was, I don't know, eating all the store's bananas or whatever it was. So what they did was they had like this big container, but kind of a narrow mouth, and they had all of these good. So the little monkey, when he put his hand in, and he's grabbing all of this stuff, and his hand is just packed full. But guess what? The neck was really narrow, and he couldn't get his hand back out unless he released some of it. Now, why am I telling you that little analogy? It's the same thing with all of these freebies out there, all these trainings, all of that kind of stuff. We can't consume everything at once, so we need to be strategic. Now, if you run across like a special deal, buy it today and you only get it for $9, instead of 27, all that kind of stuff, you can purchase it. But how do you keep track of everything? That's what I'm going to show you, that this spreadsheet will help you. Let me just shrink my little head down here. So on this spreadsheet, the one tab, I call it the parking lot so you never forget. Now these, you could put either stuff that you have already purchased or downloaded, but you know that you don't need it right now in your business. So let's say chat GPT, for instance, you might have purchased my little mini course for $7, but it's not on your list for this month, maybe next month. Then you could put it on here, and I've got a column need to know about and want to learn about. So hey, if you're not hopping on the AI wagon, you better. So put it on the need to learn. Maybe something else you need to maybe you want to learn about, but it's not a pressing need. Put that in the second column, want to learn about. And then the priority list from 1 to 5, 5 being the most urgent. So over here, the chat GPT, maybe it's a 4. So what that tells me is, okay, next month I'm going to carve out a little time so I can learn that. Maybe financial planning, something it's lower down on the list so I can make it a lower number. So here's the deal with this. There's just relief in our mind. Once we create these lists, we know that we don't have to worry about forgetting about it anymore, right? It's on this list. Now you could go in another video, I talk about how you can set up your folders so you always can find things. Just tag me if you wanted more information on that. So mainly on this parking lot sheet is the topics. And if you have purchased one, you could go ahead and put the name here, but this is just a place for future things you want to learn about. Then the tab before that is called the course tracker system. And in this system, over in the far right or the far left, you put the name of that course or the live training. Now, some of the live training might be in, the 100 or so Facebook groups that you're in, and they've got an awesome training that you want to watch. Okay, so whatever it is, whether it's live training, whether it's a membership that you've purchased, or a mini training that you've downloaded, put the name there. I always like to use categories. That helps my mind. You don't have to use categories. If you do, you can just click the little pencil tool there, and you can add your own categories there. So I'm in the tech world, Facebook ad systems, so I kind of categorize the different trainings that I need to get on board with. And then the power is the link of where you log in. Okay, so you can make this column as big as you want if you want to see the entire link here. This is the lifesaver, because how many times do we sign up for a membership? And again, if you don't have a good system in place, then you can't find that crazy email that's got the login, and you're hunting and you've spent 30 minutes trying to find it. And by the time you find it, the day is done and you're on to something else. So as soon as you purchase, or as soon as you download a little freebie or any kind of training that you want to go back to, add that link onto this spreadsheet. And then the next thing that I want you to do is make a commitment of when do you want to do this training. So I just put a schedule Monday through Saturday. So maybe on Monday, I'm going to do whatever that particular training was. And then on the other one, maybe I'm going to do it on Tuesday, and the other one on Wednesday. So here's the deal. If you're running your own business, you can't spend all of your time doing training, right? You've got to do work. You've got to do all the back end stuff. But on the other hand, if you don't plan it, it never happens. So then the list just keeps piling. You feel like you're running behind. So make a commitment. And then I've got a little colored lines here, and I'm just saying, make a commitment, put the most urgent one. So chat, GPT high on your list. Say, okay, I think every Monday I'm going to spend 30 minutes playing around with chat GPT. And now here's the deal on this also. You might have a course or a membership or a little program you've signed up for, or maybe it's just your research time. So you're going to dedicate 30 minutes every Monday. Maybe you're going to do 30 minutes Monday and Wednesday to learn more about chat GPT. You're going to write it down. Statistics show that if we actually write down what we hope to accomplish, there's a higher success rate. So just write it down. Guess what? You can erase it. You can modify as your life goes on. But if you don't start someplace, you never will. All right. Now, there's a couple other tabs. I'll just briefly talk about them. You can, there's a social media tracker. So this is where you post things about your business and what type of post, where you're posting that, and the different days of the week. And then the other sheet is just a lead tracker. Excuse me. So people that you connect with, maybe through DMs or conversations, that you want to just basically create a little CRM, a customer relationship database. You can do that. But for today, my focus is to help you track your courses or training, and you also have a place, your parking lot, so you don't have to try to consume everything in one day or 1 week. Just put some of those other things on the parking lot, prioritize it. Now, remember, you're the CEO of your business, so you can decide when you want to do these things, but you have to take responsibility for planning out all of your training and your resources and all of that kind of stuff. So use these sheets here, and this will help you. And if you'd like to get a copy of this spreadsheet, just tag me. I'll make sure that you get a copy of it. If you happen to be watching this on my YouTube channel, then hey, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button also. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video, and go plan out your training schedule. See you later.